you have a bot that's dealing with that buyer, isn't that now dual agency? What is that bot going to be able to have the ethics and right? You're not going to be able to sign. My point is you can't sign the buy side of the deal under that bot. This is Byron and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 144 of The Real Word.
Word is up.
This
is going to be the best episode ever.
No, I was just going to say this podcast is going to be the biggest racket of all the podcasts we've ever done. We've got Jill filling in for Sam. Mm-hmm. Nicole is super hyper today. And then these three topics we have are just off the wall topics.
Oh, look, Jill's wondering why.
You went to the gym?
No, I didn't do that today.
Oh, I know why. I know why. Because of our accountability group.
Yeah, our accountability group. Slaying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell everyone. What are you doing?
I gave up alcohol.
Yeah, for life.
Nope, just until Friday. Just until Friday.
She'd have to turn in a realtor card if she did it for life. Okay, here we go. Racket number 1. I bought a $1.15 million New York City apartment from...
A robot.
So we've got this particular...
Wait, is she a writer? I feel like she's trying to make a headline. Was she that's a headline.
It is a headline. But the writer was Louis Weiss.
It could be Lois.
Lois Weiss. And the buyer was Asuenza Alvera. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. Anyways, she started hunting for a bigger Brooklyn apartment. An ad on Instagram caught her eye. I clicked on it and figured, why not, she told the Post. This is a New York Post article. We'll link it up. I was trying to do it myself on the internet and felt I didn't need an agent to show me what was available. Break that comment down, would you? Didn't need an agent
on to you, Nicole,
to show me what was available. This isn't like something that's just happening here in 2020. This is a trend that's been happening for a long time. Now that essentially all of the MLS is at people's fingertips through Zillow or Realtor or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You definitely don't need an agent to show you what's available. I do think having an agent obviously will help you, maybe get into a property quicker, sooner, give you a little bit more reliable information. Because how many times do you have a buyer that sends you over a link and it doesn't say that it's contingent, right?
Right. So that's right now. But when Zillow has the direct feed from the MLS, that's going to get corrected.
Right.
That's going to...
Well, as long as they're advertising it. Because I don't know, in all honesty, if Zillow is trying to attract buyer leads, why would they ever want to put that it's contingent on there, right? It's like having a for sale sign outside of a home and putting under contract. Do you ever put under contract on your for sale signs in the front of a house?
I would if I had all the time in the world, but I just don't feel like driving over there.
Oh, see, I don't do that.
A lot of people.
Because then you're missing all those leads, and the people aren't calling.
A lot of people think it's bad.
Juju?
Bad juju.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I
do agree with that too, but I don't ever put under contract on the sign because the purpose of the sign is to get leads. So if it's under contract, no one's going to call you on the property.
So here's this robot. This robot's done over 1,000
He does look just like Flag. Come on, now you see it even more, I bet.
Well, they have a fake picture of what the robot would look like. Meet Luke, a real estate chatbot. Luke has done over 1,000 signed leases. This particular transaction was Luke's first sale.
Yeah.
This is all since 2019.
How do you find Luke? What site is he on? Like where are you? There's like a LukeBot site?
So Luke is through what's called Real Friend and launched the beta in March of 2019. I don't know a individual who since March, a single solo agent who's done 1,000 leases from March 2019 until today. That's an incredible number.
Though I don't want to do 1,000 leases.
Well, in New York City, leases are more lucrative in New York than some of the homes you sell.
Well, very true.
Yes.
But is this a free service to?
This is a free service,
but for the buyer. But I wonder if I'm a landlord and I don't want to spend money on a real estate agent, is this sort of like putting it on like a Zillow? Like, is it a Zillow listing on there? Maybe that's why he's doing so many.
This was a Douglas Elliman listing. It was listed through Alex Maroney of Elliman.
I'm backtracking to the rentals. I'll have to look into that because I bet you just use Luke as sort of your listing rental agent, right?
And Douglas Elliman had the listing with one of their agents, Alex, but they used this chat bot.
We probably should have done a little bit more research before hopping on.
I did read the whole article. I don't think you read any of it.
I didn't read any of it.
So Real Friends licensed agents meet the couple for their weekend tours as so
there's a licensed agent. So the licensed agent is definitely making money. I mean, come on. Look at the licensed agent is meeting them there.
But let's just break this down a little bit. This person that bought this New York City apartment, she liked the fact that when she texted questions or when she's at a property, and instead of asking you, Nicole, like, do you know where the septic is? Do you know if I can hook up to public water? I don't know. Instead of hearing all of the I don't know bullshit you hear from agents all the time.
The bot knows all that. The bot knows.
The bot, as this technology gets even better, is going to be able to just in real time, if the listing agent, seller, whoever has input that information, they'll be able to just spit it right out. Also, they're going to be able to look up public records, look up things. What was the last time it was sold for? How much did it sell for? How much square feet? What's the price per square foot it sold for last time?
So what I would riddle here then is, why don't we have a bot? We should have a bot living on our website or something then.
Sure.
Because then as the listing agent, then if that's all you need to do is put in the answers to all of these random questions that you know the answers to, just put it in there.
Right. My point is, this buyer enjoyed the process.
Right.
Had a more enjoyable experience by getting questions answered immediately back in real time.
Yep.
So if it was in the middle of the night,
yep.
If it was in the morning, if she was on a showing, if she was looking at properties, she could fire off questions to Luke and Luke would have those answers. He didn't have to wait for Luke to go drop the kids off at soccer practice.
Right.
She didn't have to wait for Luke to get done with the laundry.
I'm 100% behind it. And like I'm saying, I think that if we're learning anything from this, as agents, we should have a bot on the front end to answer any questions. But there still was an agent involved in the process. That she still had to work.
This was Luke's transaction.
Love, scooch on down. It says that they met a real friend agent. The family met a real friend agent.
No. That was that was referring to the leases. This particular sale was done without a buyer's agent.
So what, it was a dual agency with the listing agent?
Now you've hit it, right? So does this mean, and New York, I don't know what the dual agency laws are, but does this mean if you've got a bot as a listing agent and you have the bot now do the showing and do everything else, which technically, here you wouldn't be able, you'd have to have a licensed agent physically at the property.
Right.
Right now, the way the rules are set up, that could all change down the road. But you have a bot that's dealing with that buyer. Isn't that now dual agency? What is that bot going to be able to have the ethics and right? You're not going to be able to sign. My point is, you can't sign the buy side of the deal under that bot. So that person now has to legitimately sign. This is how I would look at it here in Connecticut. If we had a bot doing a showing and answering questions for buyers,
I think it's something you should definitely institute, though. I mean, I would love to talk to a bot.
Either dual agency, or we'd have to have them sign unrepresented, because the way the laws are, right, you got to have some type of representation form or unrepresentation form filled out.
Yes.
But the big punchline here for every single agent, every single broker, every single team is, are you providing enough value? Are you providing a good enough experience for people like, I don't know how to say her name, but I'll go with the last name, Alvera. Are you providing enough value to Alvera where she decides, I do want a human involved in my transaction, or I'm just going to go to the bot every time, right? Are you a door opener, or are you the knowledge broker that's providing a great experience to the buyer who is there not to meet agents, not to make sure agents get a commission, who's there to buy a home?
I have so many more questions for her, though. I do. Because it doesn't even sound like she gave an agent the opportunity to provide her with a good or bad
Yeah,
service.
she literally said she wanted to do it. She was trying to do it herself on the internet.
Right.
And she felt like she didn't need an agent to show me what was already available.
Right. It spurs so many questions. But I do think my takeaway here is that you should have a bot. I mean, it's actually brilliant. I mean, do you know how many questions you get asked the time and time again on like a listing? Yeah.
His AI intelligence his AI allows him to chat with thousands of people simultaneously and keep each one on his mind 24/7. Adding that 40,000 people.
He's not sleeping.
Already have interacted with Luke since 2009. 40,000 people.
I feel like I need to go onto the site. I need to understand it better. Like, so as an agent, can I hire
Yeah, you can
Luke
go on
to
Real
be?
Friend. It's probably a lot of money to buy Luke or to create a Luke.
But does Luke answer questions for every house? Luke has all the answers. How does Luke have all the answers?
I gotta find out how to spell or say this girl's name. Let's see if we can get it.
Last time we did this, it was wrong.
Hey, I think I did a better job. Let's try that one more time. Let's just.
It sounds like a juice.
Let's see if they can hear this. I think I did a better job. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alvera for the last name and the first name. Sorry, buyer of the $1.5 million apartment. Totally butchered your name. Got a picture of her. Looks like a pretty young lad there. So all right. Luke, the bot, is now your competitor. Let us know if you think this is a racket, if bots are going to take over the showing game and the buy side of the transactions. Love to hear from you.
Do you think that? You feel that?
Well, I've said it for only about 8 years that there is going to come a day where we're far less than 1 million licensed real estate agents. We're at 1.3, 1.4 right now.
Yes.
We don't need all the door openers that we have.
I agree, but
most buyer agents provide absolutely no value to the transaction.
Okay.
I mean, it's just
no. I'm agreeing with you. The bot thing. I feel like there's still so many questions left to be answered.
Protect your brand by going above and beyond. This is a service. There are things bots aren't going to be able to do.
Yeah.
And there are going to be things that we can't do in terms of talking to 40,000 people in a year.
Again, my point here, though, is that she didn't even give anybody an opportunity.
Right.
So
well, think about it. If you were looking for homes and you could go with that service, I mean, you have all kinds of information being a licensed agent, but geez, that seems pretty desirable to not have to deal with other people's bull crap in the process.
Maybe.
I mean, it does seem a little desirable to me. All right. Racket number 2, Realtor Mag. We'll link it up. The oddest contingencies sellers are requesting. What's the oddest contingency you've ever had?
With a seller?
Yeah.
I don't have weird ones.
No.
I feel like the only weird one would be just like, they're like a closing date is really far off or something. But I've never, like, these ones are like cats. Like they're wanting to include a cat with their sale.
Contingencies.
You got to read some of these. These are very, very interesting.
Typically, they'll involve obtaining financing or, like you said, a closing date, fixing issues, and an inspection. However, Wall Street Journal reports that sellers who have the upper hand in the market are feeling emboldened. I'm selling a house right now that is being sold with the cat. Eli Karen, a real estate professional.
What would you do? I know how much you love animals. Like, what would you do? Like,
listen, I've turned listings down. Walking in, they smoke cigarettes. I walk right out.
Well, that's very different. That's wildly different. We're talking about an animal. If you were required right now, you and your wife.
Let's role play it out.
If you and your wife walked in, hey Byron, welcome to 552 Banana Avenue.
Well, that's an easy one. The cat has to say I'm leaving, but. If I'm the agent,
if your wife really wants that house, you wouldn't take the cat.
No,
can't you get rid of the cat after you move in?
Houses. Let's pretend I'm an agent because that's what I am. And I'm walking into the house, and you're giving me this contingency. Hey, I want to give you the listing. I want to give you your percentage.
So I'm the seller. I'm the seller.
And you're telling me.
Go ahead,
tell me.
So I have this cat that's living here and I really don't want to relocate it. So I want to leave the cat with the house.
Nicole, much like I will not negotiate furniture because I'm not around here. We have Bob's Furniture in Connecticut. I'm not Bob. I don't sell furniture. I'm also not a veterinarian and I don't sell cats, Nicole.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm not asking you to sell it. It's staying with the house.
If you want to hire me to sell the real estate,
well, and I'm going to leave the cat behind. I'm leaving the cat behind the closet.
you will get less money, right? Like, I mean, let's break the numbers down of making this deal more difficult. You're eliminating all the people that don't like cats. You're eliminating all the people that have allergies to cats.
I feel like, though, there's so many ways around it. I would buy a house if it came with a cat, and then I would relocate the cat. Wouldn't you relocate the cat?
No.
I would relocate the cat.
I wouldn't get involved because that right there.
I'm talking about as a buyer. I'm not talking about as an agent.
If I'm the buyer.
Yes.
And this is a contingency. Oh, I'll just relocate the cat. No. And then next week, it's going to be something else, because if that's the first thing that's coming to my attention on this deal, I know for a fact this person is crazy. They say crazy cat lady. Well, this person is crazy out of their mind.
Well, she's clearly not a cat lady because she's not taking her cat with her.
And I don't want to engage.
I feel like that would be Nicole
person.
White. I'd be like, and I'm leaving my 3 children, you know?
No, I do not want to get involved with a deal with someone.
Well, I feel like the cat is the better example than the other ones. There's some real crazy people that are leaving some crazy shit behind.
In Philadelphia, a homeowner who has hung a fake skeleton outside of her front door during all seasons.
All seasons.
Ugh, this is why you should live in an HOA, folks.
No,
you don't
keep
have
reading.
People like
keep
this.
reading. It gets better.
Is making the sale of her home contingent on keeping the tradition alive. The owner swaps out the skeleton's clothes frequently. So the buyer must agree to continue to do so.
Yes. See, you didn't read the article.
The owner got her wish. A buyer has agreed to continue dressing the skeleton in order for the sale to move forward. And
my
like, to your point,
exactly.
This
You
person
agree,
may rip
you
it down,
just take the skeleton down,
unless it's deeded. I don't know. You know, do they change the deed here?
What happens if the skeleton breaks? What if the clothes need like?
In Chicago, real estate pro Jamie Lemons told the Journal she sold a home in which the retired owners requested the ability to continue visiting the backyard to pay their respects to their late golden retriever, Buffy, who was buried there. In the contract, the real estate lawyer added an addendum saying the sellers could visit the yard Sundays between noon and 2.
So they were having an open house every Sunday. There was an open house happening in the backyard.
My goodness. Yeah, these are the types of transactions. If I'm a buyer, I'd run from all of them. These are crazy. Like if you're a listing agent, get the seller to agree to selling the real estate and keeping. Hey, this is a business transaction. You got to think of it from this moment forward when you sign the contract until closing as a business transaction. Your emotions, it's going to be difficult.
You know what, though? You know what's super interesting,
but your emotions aren't going to add value to your bottom line.
Fine. But these could also be things that come up during the negotiation process. You're assuming that these conversations were had before they took the listing.
Oh, with people like this, they definitely came
I don't
up.
know. I don't know.
I've dealt with
I feel like I'd keep my crazy, crazy to a minimum.
No.
And then if I got a bunch of deals, I'd be like, you know what? Like, kick it back to those 5 people and tell them that they have to come massage my back every Sunday from 1 to 2. Like I would, keep the crazy simmered.
These type of crazies show their cards right off of the bat.
I don't know.
All right, those are odd contingencies. In the comments, what's the oddest contingency you've seen? All right, Marketeer of the week. This is Forbes. No Inman.
Not a one.
3 articles, not one Inman. Sorry,
and not one Zillow. No Zillow, no Inman.
All right, we had to just say Inman and Zillow for the algorithm. Zillow,
Clearly.
Inman. Utah ski cabin takes.
We can do what's that pool game like Marco Polo?
You want me to read the headline?
Zillow, Inman. It's like
Zillow. Utah ski cabin takes social distancing to new heights. Vrbo, a vacation rental website, has created the ultimate vacation rental listing, a ski in, ski out vacation rental that comes with a private ski mountain for just $100 a night. I think when we talk about these marketeers now, it's always like Airbnb or VRBO.
This is actually this Eagle Point resort in Beaver, Utah. They actually approached VRBO because they're the ski resort. They wanted to get families to start booking their winter vacation. So what they're doing is from, I think it's Tuesday to Thursday. You can still sign up. I don't think it's opened up yet. You can put your name into this hat and get this house that is through VRBO, but then you also get access, just your family gains access to this Eagle Point ski resort. So you get the mountain all to yourself.
The home is gorgeous. Love it.
The house is gorgeous. I think it's a brilliant move. I mean, I've never heard of Eagle Point. I'm not a huge skier, so it means nothing. But what a great way to bring, the house it's stunning. So what a great way to bring, some awareness to the mountain and also to the house. I think it's brilliant. I think it was great. And they're doing it a Tuesday to Thursday. So it's not even like they're taking away from a weekend.
It's like that Blockbuster one we did a while back. Where it just seems so cheap. $100. That was Airbnb, Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Connection.
Well, this is just for 3. Like this is it. Like those 3 nights and then you're out.
But $100 a night, you get the private mountain.
You get your own mountain. Yeah.
Very cheap.
So cheap. Well, hopefully there's people working the mountain. Like you don't have to hopefully you don't have to hike up the mountain to ski down it.
Property will be available for 1 3-night stay from Monday, February 15th.
And
it's only 1 3-day period. So,
right.
So they're using this kind of like that Blockbuster thing. They're doing a gimmick here to draw attention to.
Yes.
So it's a 1-night stay to the resort. It's such a brilliant marketing move.
Yes. We could still try it. I don't think the lines have opened. I think it's this week that you could start putting in your name for the stay.
Yep. So it's kind of like an auction,
it is very much. Well, it's not an auction. They're not charging more. It's like a
contest.
It's much a contest. Yeah.
All right, Marketeer of the week, Shane Gadboss, owner and CEO of Eagle Point Resort. Eagle Point, you guys are the marketeers.
Absolutely.
Of the week. Hopefully they'll share this. What do you think? They'll share the podcast?
Maybe they'll fly us to Utah. Point? Have you ever been to Utah? I'd love to go to Utah.
Can we make sure we send them something, Jill? Eagle Point.
Skiing at Eagle Point is always a memory-making adventure.
We'd love to see Eagle Point.
Stunning pine trees and plenty of Utah's greatest snow on earth.
We had a nice share of our podcast. Who was that recently?
Yep.
Come on.
Kel, K.
I gotta find it.
K.
Huh.
K.
Huh. K? No, I don't think it's in my messages.
No, but search it. Did you follow her? Oh my gosh.
Did.
This is so mean. You throw me under the bus here.
I thought you were going to be right on the ball. You're all hyped up. Put that energy to good work. Nicole, come on. Where is it? Anyways, thank you for the Instagram.
Right
I got it here.
Callaleos. So I think what we need to do though is we need to give her a little bit of love too, because she too does a podcast. I've never watched it. We probably should.
Well, we're going to. Yeah,
yep. She does the
iBuyer experiment.
Yep.
Have us on the iBuyer experiment. Maybe it's Kayla. Oh
my gosh, I don't know.
Kayla Leos. Thank you very much for the shout out on IG. Love to check out your podcast when we're on it. You good?
It's about the iBuyer.
And love your feedback here on if you would use a robot on your listing as the listing agent. Obviously, I know agents aren't going to use a robot for buyer agents, but
I think the oddest contingency will be wildly more fun.
What's your oddest contingency? Maybe you have a Halloween one. It's Halloween this week. Is Halloween canceled here?
Have you gotten your costume yet?
No.
It's not canceled yet. Not yet.
It's canceled in my eyes. All right, guys, keep it real. We'll see you here next week.
See ya.